Wouldn't it be great if all problems were solvable? Like a car breaking down or a computer crashing. There is an answer, you can solve it. Or the light blows in your office and you know how to do that, you know how to change the globe. Wouldn't it be great if there was an answer to all our problems? But what do you do in your teams at work when there just is this problem with a boss and you just cannot see eye to eye with him or her? Or in your team, there's conflicts between team members and you just can't sort it out and you just keep banging your head against the proverbial brick wall. And to take it closer to home, in your marriages, with your spouses, what do you do when you just can't seem to find a solution to inherent problems, no matter how much counseling you go for? Now, these kinds of problems are very, very different to the solvable ones. And we call them polarities to manage, because we often find that at the heart of those insolvable problems, there's a polarity to manage. What do you do in those situations when you've got to make decisions at work about should we be more structured or more flexible? Should we focus on rewarding our individuals or should we reward the teams? Should we control more or empower more? There is no clear-cut answer. And the problem is that we get stuck in these polarities and we oscillate one from the other. At a more personal level, in the wellness industry that I work in, I often find with people in my workshops that they're struggling with inner turmoil because there are polarities deep within their fiber, within their personalities, that are pulling them apart. The other day, last Saturday, I ran a workshop, and halfway through explaining this concept, I saw the one girl had tears streaming down her face. And I said, "What's wrong?" She says, "I've just realized that I've got within me a dictator that wants control and discipline, and on the other side, I've got a wild child that wants freedom, that wants to let her hair down, that wants to eat and drink too much, that wants to party. And I've just realized that for 25 years, I've been in inner misery because these two polarities within myself have been at war with each other. They just cannot make peace." You see, the problem with polarities is that we get stuck. We get stuck. For example, we realize that in our organization, we are being too controlling because we happen to have a strength for control. Some of you sitting here today will have a particular strength. You're very, very good with control. But the problem is we get stuck and we overdo it. And of course, as you get stuck and you overdo it, the issue is that you start experiencing the downside of control, which is rigidity. Any strength overdone becomes a weakness. And then people with an either-or mindset, they think the typical solution when they get stuck and they experience the downside is they jump to the other extreme. Let's start having more freedom, empowering our staff. They send their managers on a course on how to empower. And they jump to the other extreme of freedom because they feel that will be the solution. And they overdo that. And of course, freedom overdone becomes chaos. They experience the downside of that. And then they think, "Oh, no, we need to get more control." And they jump to the other one again. And so the infinity loop kicks into our lives, both at a very personal level, when we jump between the dictator and the wild child, and the dictator and the wild child within ourselves, and within our teams, where, with our staff, we tend to move from one polarity to the next. The essence of what we're sharing today is that for us to manage adversity and diversity in ourselves and in our teams, we need the ability to manage polarities. Much of your conflict, personally and at work, is about that.